Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Drew Tube, and I'm back at you again with another video. I need each and every vessel to hit the like button, share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Let's get right into it. Look, enablers play stupid and act like they don't know what that narcissist is capable of to make you second guess yourself. Enablers and narcissists go hand in hand. It's like Batman and Robin. All right, they're like Team Rocket. All right, they're like the Three Stooges. They work together. All right, they will let the one lead the way, and then they'll follow shortly right behind. And the thing about it is, they'll act like they are unaware of what's happening. They'll play stupid. They will act like they don't know what's going on. They'll act like they don't know why you're being treated that way. They'll make up every excuse in the book for this person to treat you the way that they do. And it's not right for people to treat people wrong. But what's even worse is when people make excuses for how someone is treated and they just ignore and act like they don't even see it. They turn not one, but two blind eyes. All right, two blind eyes, two blind eyes. They turn two blind eyes away from the situation. It's like they go throughout their lives blindfolded when it comes to the dynamic between you, them, and the narcissist. It's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even see what you're saying. But they got a blindfold on. They can hear everything. They know what's going on, but they act like they don't. And it's all to make you second guess yourself, because the longer they can make you second guess yourself and you are confused as to what's going on, the longer they could keep you trapped in that dynamic, keep you trapped in a realm of unawareness, keep you trapped in a realm of misunderstanding. But the thing is, you understand very well. You know how you're being treated. You know what's going on. You know that it's not right. But the enabler will make up for the narcissist. No, that's not what you're experiencing. You're not going through that. They'll lie for them. But the thing is, when you're not around, they know what's going down. So the thing is, when you leave their presence, they will both turn, the enabler will turn into a narcissist. It's just like when you're around, it's like they put on a cloak. All right, they put on this enabler cloak to where you can't really tell if this person is a narc or not until you find out that they're an enabler. All right, enablers are flying monkeys. Enablers are AKA narcissists as well. All right, they will be nice just to get around you, and they'll play stupid just so they could gather information on you, just like the flying monkey does. Hey, how you been? I'm not dangerous. I'm not a threat. Let me come around and pick your brain. Let me see what's going on with you. Let me see how you're doing, so I could give a full-blown news report back to the the HNIC in charge, the head narcissist in charge. All right. And you have to watch out for that. All right. Just because someone doesn't seem like a full blown narc doesn't mean they're not an enabler. Our enablers are like a narcissist in disguise. All right. They're somewhat of a covert narcissist. All right. If not a full blown covert narc. Um, you will have some malignant narcissist, but most enablers, they have like a covert style. They do things under wraps. They don't want you to be able to tell. So they'll come around, they'll act nice, they will do things to get in your good graces, and they'll do things to be able to stay in your life just so they could check on you, and just so they have something to tell the narc person about, just so they have something to make fun of you about. All right, because these people take pleasure in knowing that you're not doing well. So depending on how you're doing. That's why you have to work on yourself. That's why the best revenge is self-improvement. That's why the best way to get these people back is just to live your life and to move forward with your life and to show them that you don't need them, that you don't have to necessarily be involved with them to be happy, because they think that you need them and you don't. All right. um Enablers, they're real crafty. All right. They try to act like a friend. All right. You will have an enabler try to act like your friend, but the whole thing is, if somebody is cool with someone that's causing you damage, if somebody is friends with someone that's treating you like crap, if somebody is friends with someone that is like blatantly disrespectful, like time and time again, you have to be aware and know that this person is just on the sneak tip. This person is just trying to act like they're not like that narcissist, just so they could stay in your presence, just so they can continue to learn things about you, just so they could have something to go back and gossip about, because these people love to gossip, they love to slander. The narcissist will use the enabler to keep tabs on you, just so they can continue to both stay in your life. All right. The narcissist will use the enabler as like a monitoring spirit, just so they could gather the information and go back. All right. They want you to feel so comfortable so that you'll be able to tell them things, you'll be able to talk to them about things, that you'll want to deal with them. All right. That you'll like take gifts from them and all kinds of things. And it's just so they could try to get you to feel comfortable. All right. They may have something for you. They may like they'll do a lot of things just so they could try to stay in your life. And you're really supposed to be kicking this person out of your life, but they will use their good attitude. They'll, like I said, they'll do things for you, try to act like a good person, try to seem like they're a good person, all the while it's just so they could continue to gather information on you to use against you. um like people will pray for your downfall, people will pray against you, people will like do, unfortunately they'll like wish bad things on you, but the thing is they wouldn't know if they didn't have any information or any intel on you. And that's what the enabler's for. All right. The enabler is there to basically just be a placeholder in your life. All right. It's just so they could be nosy. It's just so the narcissist can still know what you're up to, know if the things that they did to you are still affecting you. Like, they take serious pleasure in knowing that a person is not living their best life. Um, they take serious pleasure in knowing that what they caused you still has you in a certain situation. All right. They want to know if you're still doing bad. So that's what the enabler is for. The enabler is there to let them know how you're doing, what you're up to, what you're doing, because these people are nosy. They have to know everything about you. They use the enabler, like I said, like a flying monkey, like a monitoring spirit, like a gang stalker, or just a stalker, period, to keep tabs on you. So that way the narc is always aware of what you're up to, what your next move is. And this is why you can't be so comfortable with people just because they may seem friendly, or they may come off as a good person, or this person may come bearing gifts or bearing help. You have to be careful. You can't take help from everybody. You shouldn't take help from everybody. You have to be wareful of the people who associate themselves with the people who are against you, people who have something against you, people who their energy is bad every time you're in their presence. They have a bad feeling towards you, and you can pick up on that when you're in their presence. And the enabler is the same thing. It's just that they hide it, and they make it harder to tell because they come off as a good person. They're very extremely covert. All right. They will put on an act to where you'll think they're your friend. You'll think they're being a genuine person, an authentic person, but really they're not. They're just like just covering up who they really are, just so they can stick around and you won't kick them out and not have, well, not kick them out, but you won't go no contact with them as well. All right. Because basically, if you go no contact with someone and there's an enabler around, it's it's kind of like going no contact, but it's kind of like not going no contact, because they can still know everything that you're doing, because the enabler is going to tell them everything that you're doing. So the people who are friends with people who you really want to distance yourself from, you have to be careful of that, and you have to be aware of that, because they're going to tell them everything. They're going to go back and make sure that they know every single thing you're up to. Like the enabler is like a camera. All right. They're like a camera and a security screen. All right. They're like a CIA agent. They're like a FBI. They gather up information and they go report it back to the government. And the head narcissist in charge is like the president, or like they're like the president. All right. Not in your life, but in their own life and in the enabler's life. The enabler is being manipulated by the narcissist, and they may be aware of it. They may not. They may have a certain dynamic set up to, that's just the way it goes, as far as like the structure with the how the power is distributed. But they will most definitely be in a position of power over the enabler, because that person, like I said, it's like what can I say? It's like the Three Stooges. You got Curly, Larry, and Moe, and the head Three Stooges. Forgive me, that's not my time era. I know their names, but the person that's in charge of both of them would basically be the head narcissist, and then the two other ones, they would be like enablers, and they'll go back and discuss everything with the HNIC, the head narcissist in charge, that is wanting to know everything about you, so they can keep up on your plans, and they know what to pray against. They know what to curse. They know if they're able to take satisfaction off of what you're going through in life, because of what they did to you and the treatment that they caused you, and what they did to you. So it's like these people, like I said, they take an immense amount of pleasure in other people's stress, destruction, downfall. They want to know how bad you're doing. That's really all it's about. They want to know if you're doing bad, and they want to know if you're growing out of what they created for you. All right. They want to know if you're dating someone. They want to know if you got a new job, if you got a new vehicle, if you're living good. All right. They want to know these things, because if you are doing good, then they could go back and then they could like cohort a plan, or put a plan together, or come up with some type of evil plan to basically bring you back to where you're at. All right. Or they could send some negative energy your way, or and try to pray for you to go back to where they were when you were around the narcissist, kind of thing. So the narcissist use this person as like a spy. All right. They will use this person as a spy, and trust and believe, they are trading information. This person is telling them everything about you, everything about you. When you sneeze, if you got a blue shirt on, if you got a red shirt on, if you got a green shirt on, they're telling them everything about you. All right. They're very manipulative. They're very sneaky, and they use this person to see what type of plans they need to come up with, what type of scheme they need to run, just to see how they could try to bring you back to a lower state if you're starting to rise up. Because when the enabler comes back around, they will do some type of covert narcissistic game, or they'll do some type of thing where it's like real covert to where you won't tell, right? Or they'll create a plan to where like they say they're going to do something and then they don't invite you, or they'll switch a time up, or they'll do something basically just to inconvenience you, to throw you off your game. All right. That's why you have to not have people in your life who are friends of your enemies, because just like I said in some of my other videos, the friend of your enemy is not your friend. All right. The person who is an enemy of your enemy, that's your friend. All right. And to be honest, I wouldn't be friends with that person either. I stay away from any enemy or anybody that's a frenemy. And that's basically what a enabler is. An enabler is like a frenemy. All right, they will do everything for the narc. They'll do everything that the narc says. If they try to bring forth an evil plan, now they will carry it out. All right, they will make sure that that plan gets carried out. So you have to be careful about the enabler, because the enabler is real sneaky. All right, the enabler is real crafty. They are basically like a ninja. They're like a narc in disguise. So you have to be careful when dealing with people who are still associates, people who are still friends, people who still talk to, people who still are consider themselves to be in a good place with the narc. All right. So that's the way you know someone is an enabler, is if they're like kind of like, you kind of get like a weird vibe from them, but not all the way. Or if you get good vibes from someone and they just happen to know someone that you know, that doesn't make them an enabler. All right, that like there are some people who you know, and there's some people who you know that know the narcissist and know you, and they're really good people, and you can trust them. But there are some people who I would be careful trusting, because you never know what they're up to, because they are like this, they're that close to the narc. It's like, how can you be that close to someone that's got a destructive mindset, that's like kind of negative, kind of evil kind of thing? It's like, why would you even want to be a part of that? And somebody that is an enabler, they will be making excuses. All right, they will make excuses, and this is how they play stupid. They will play stupid and make excuses for the person that is being abusive. All right, they'll act like they don't see it. They'll turn a blind eye to it. They'll act like they don't know what you're talking about. All right, and that's going to be one of the things that they're going to say. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see what you're talking about. That's just this person. That's just that person. They will make excuses for them. Oh, that's just Claudine. That's just Mary Beth. That's just Mary Bell. All right, that's just Joseph. All right, and I know we say that, but these are the thing. These are some things that you could pay attention to and look out for, because they will make every single excuse for them that they possibly can, and they will act like what they're doing is not that bad. It's not that bad. Come on, so and so's not that bad, but they're not the one experiencing the foul treatment. They're not the one going through what you're experiencing with this person. So they're not going through the stress. They're not going through the sleepless nights. They're not going through the trauma. All right. So it's real easy for them to act like nothing's happening. All right. So it's real easy to act like nothing's happening when you're not the person that's going through what this person is dishing out. So it's like, it's not happening to me kind of thing. So I don't, hey, what do you mean? That's pretty much what it's going to be. So you really have to pay close attention to that. And they will ask you a lot of questions, and you have to be aware of that. All right. They will ask you a lot of questions, and they will want to know like a lot of things about you, to the point where it's like uncomfortable, not like normal conversation kind of thing. Like, hey, how you doing? How's this? How's that? Not like that. It's going to feel like they're like a coworker or something, and you're at work with them, and it's like they're being invasive kind of thing. So if you get like an invasive kind of feeling from the enabler, that's how you know they're like an undercover narc, and them and the narcissist that you went no contact with are trading information and are working together hand in hand, trying to come up with some type of plot or scheme to try to get you to backslide, or take you back to the position that you were when you were around them and you weren't doing so hot. Okay, so you have to be careful, because like it will basically just be like going back around the narcissist, depending on what type of plan or scheme that they put together. So you just got to pay attention. You just got to be aware. You have to just keep a close eye on this person, and if you get the vibes from them of anything that I described in this video, you just know to if you don't necessarily need to go no contact with them, I would go low contact with them. All right. it's good to keep an eye on people, but it's like you have God in your life, and like you're not a bad person and you're not doing anything shady. So it's like you really don't need to like be watching people close. They say like keep a close eye on your enemy. It's like God can protect you from all that. It's like I understand that, but I really would just keep my distance, and I would just focus on myself. All right, don't tell them too much. Don't divulge any plans to them. Don't tell them what your future plans are, what you're about to do, anything like that, because all that stuff can be used against you and held against you like you're in a court of law. So just beware, just be careful. People who associate themselves with people who don't like you and who you don't like, that's very dangerous. And it's also like a slap in the face. All right. It's like a cringy spirit. It's like a cringe type of energy that their spirit gives off, right? If I knew that someone didn't like someone, then I wouldn't even be friends with that person in the first place. If I called myself being a true, honest, loyal, genuine person to the other person, I wouldn't even associate with someone that did someone wrong that I wanted to associate with, because I wouldn't want to be associated with that bad behavior. So it's like people who are associated with people who display like bad behavior, it makes you think kind of thing. It's like, why would you even want anything to do with that person? So you have to be careful. It's like that person is putting that person before you. So when someone puts someone before you, which is natural, it's just that like y'all are tight, y'all are close, that's cool. But it makes me like, it's an eyebrow raiser. It's a red flag. Not only is it an eyebrow raiser, but it's a red flag. So you have to watch these enablers, because they think they're slick, but they're not really that slick. They're just another type of narcissist. They really will act like they have your best interest at heart. I mean, they will really act like they do, but they will stab you in the back, slander you, make fun of you. And it's like, not that these things matter. It's not like, oh, somebody's making fun of me, somebody's talking about me. It's just that it's the whole energy kind of thing. It's like, why would you want to be around that? It's like dark energy. It's like real dark, real like malignant kind of, real shady. All right. And like they will throw shade by acting like they're unaware of what the narc's doing. All right. So, and it's another form of trying to make you doubt yourself. It's another form of trying to keep you confused, and it's another way of trying to make you unsure of yourself. That's why the narc will use the enabler to play stupid and act like they don't know, so that way you'll second guess yourself and possibly even go back around the narc. All right, so you have to be careful with that, and make sure that you just, when things feel shady, it's because they are. When something feels wrong about a person, it's because it is. When something feels off about someone, it's because it is. So just use your discernment. You're definitely always going to want to pay attention to that, and just pay attention to how you feel. If people give off shady vibes, excuse me, people give off shady vibes. If people give off weird vibes, go off of how you feel and not what they're saying. All right, because they could potentially, who knows what they could potentially do? Who knows what kind of trick they got up their sleeve? All right, who knows what plans they may have in store for you? And if you're trying to better yourself and heal and get your life together, you don't want to find out. So it's best for you to just, keep doing you, be low to no contact with certain people, and do what's best for you. Put yourself first and keep your best interest at heart. If other people aren't going to keep your best interest at heart, that's something that you have to do, because only you are going to care about you the best way possible. All right, only you can care about you like you would or like you should. You can't expect other people to care about you like you want to be cared about. All right, you have to be the one to care about yourself. All right, you have to be the one to make sure that you're not putting yourself in danger, and you're not putting yourself in harm's way, because the best person that can look out for you is you. All right, so keep looking out for yourself. Keep your head on the swivel, and just make sure that you go off your vibes. When people are giving off vibes that it's like kind of cringy, kind of like weary, kind of like I don't know if I could trust this person or not. Pay attention to that. And if you feel like you can't trust someone, then you need to put them, you need to put a little bit of distance between you and them, just so you can protect your energy and continue to go on the path that you're going on, which is a good one. So I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Smash that like button, smash that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. It's been another DrewTube special. I will see you in the next video. Peace, love, and light. We out.